fam, hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Sweetie here, Sweetie baby, Sweetie mama, Sweetie special, Sweetie sprinkle, Sweetie spicy, Sweetie light, Sweetie everything nice, Sweetie the love, the most important in this phase of my life. How are you guys doing? So it's gonna be a very serious one because we're talking about something very, very important, and it's important to me and it's pertinent that we watch to the end. Okay, this particular video, please watch to the end because it's a public service announcement and it has to do with all the women following me and women in your life, women, young women, older women, women in every sphere of influence in today's society. Please watch this video to the end because it may save your life. Okay, all right, so yes, if you want to hear what I have to say, please keep on watching and don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like this video, subscribe and share with your friends. Okay, so guys, what are we talking about today? We're talking about the fact that Nigerian men hate us and they are after our lives. Okay, this is obviously a generalization, but from the statistics and from what we have been seeing in today's society, it is obvious that women are no longer safe. Okay, you're no longer safe if you're dating your husband or you're married to your husband in your husband's house. You're no longer safe if you are dating a partner and you're so comfortable with the person, you're sleeping over in the person's house. You're no longer safe even in your father's house, your own father's house, your own father's property. You're no longer safe when you go for job interviews, when you go to apply for things, when you go to the supermarket, you're walking down on the street. You're no longer safe because if you rent a property as a single woman, there's a likelihood that you know, the caretaker, the what's it called, the gatesman, security person might break into your house and abuse you. There are so many things that have happened in recent times that I need us to understand that society and the decks are stacked against us, and it's almost as if there's nothing you can do because they say, oh, in fact, before I go into it, let's just take a step back and give you examples of what has happened recently that I want to share with you guys that I think that is important. So if I have clips of some of the stories, I'm going to put them here. If not, I'll just narrate it to you. So there was one incident I saw on a mommy blog where she talked about the fact that she had been married to her husband for 5 years, got pregnant, ended up having to have a CS, and she kept calling her husband to send money for the operation because the hospital needed a deposit, okay, or deposit. The hospital needed a deposit for the CS amount, for the money for the CS, and she didn't have that money. Her husband was supposed to send money to her, and she didn't have that money. Okay, she ended up waiting and waiting and waiting to the point she remembered that, oh, she has her sister's landed documents. Okay, so probably like a C of O or a deed or something, and gave it to the hospital as collateral so that they could go ahead and have the C-section, right? And by the time she was done and all the delay and everything, she had lost her baby. The baby didn't survive all of that, and yeah, now she has gotten back home. Time to get the documents back from the hospital. So her husband is supposed to pay the hospital for the operation because they still went ahead and did the CS and get the landed documents back. And the husband is like, well, I sent money to my mom and my sister for the operation. So her mother-in-law, her sister-in-law were in the hospital with her during that difficult labor. I think she said she labored for 3 days or so, if I'm not mistaken. That difficult labor, and they had money. They had money that her husband had sent, and they held on to it. That the money was for what was the excuse? I don't even know. That it was not for a dead baby. It was for a baby that was alive. It was for this or that. They had money, over 350,000 naira, to deposit to this hospital, to drop as collateral, whatever, and they refused. And the husband is saying that at least the baby didn't survive now, that he will talk to his mom and his sister to release the money so she can get her own sister's landed document back from the hospital. I want to ask you guys a question. Please, is it not somebody that hates you that will do something like that? Is it not somebody that has no regard for your life? And so that the money, even that the money was not for her or this operation, was that if something happens to her during the operation, that they will have money to hold. As in, your husband, his family members were anticipating the fact that you may not make it out alive from this operation, and they have something to hold on to. Are you people hearing what I'm hearing? Are you guys hearing what I'm hearing? So this is the reality for a lot of women. This is the reality for a lot of women, that your husband, his family hates you enough that they have no interest in your survival. And you're telling me that the decks are not stacked against you. The other one I read the other day, that this one, but the other one that really got to me the other day was this skit maker who allegedly killed his girlfriend for days. Like, she had been dead for days. They said that he took some of her parts. You know, these days, fake news and all of that, we don't know what is true or not, but he took some of her parts and used it for ritual. Apparently, he was even having intercourse with the corpse, that the native doctor told him if he does it for 6 days, that's when he will now blow and he will get his money and all of that. And yeah, the girl was a young girl, innocent girl, nothing. She just went to her boyfriend's house and that's what happened. Now, we know we are Christians on this channel and all of that. We don't talk about all these things. But the truth is that, Christian or not, reality, that a lot of people cohabit with their partners. And the God that we serve is a God of love. Does it mean that the reality is that a lot of people cohabit with their partner. A lot of people will go and visit their partners, even if you're not doing anything untoward. You might just be going to maybe cook or chill or have a good time. Doesn't mean that you are not safe. You are not, nowhere is safe for a woman. And the worst part is, in every situation like this, every case like this, we keep on seeing the incidents or the comments and the response to such tragedy being blaming the women. And stop having big eye. Stop following a men that are rich. Oh, stop following Yahoo boys or ritualists. How is somebody supposed to know that the person you want to spend the rest of your life with is a ritualist? And there is no single blame on the man. Nobody is blaming the person and are saying, oh, why are you so greedy that you want to kill somebody for rituals? Why are you this? Why are you that? Instead, it's the opposite. They are telling you that's already the victim. That's already there. That why did you? There's no accountability for men in our society today. There is no responsibility for anything. Anything. I talked about in my previous video, I talked about the doctor that kept on molesting this girl and all of that. You should have seen the way he was. There's no, in my years as a lawyer, there's no time I've seen a prisoner come out looking fresh when he's coming to court. You're wearing nose mask, you're wearing sunglasses, you're wearing everything. As if there's no justice, there's this enablement. And after all, I saw comments like, after all, and she's not she probably was not a virgin. After all, she already developed, now she's already mature. After all, in the olden days, she would have already been married. So people are now justifying abuse, are justifying defilement, justifying these kinds of things. So I don't know that there's a solution, because it's the I'll give you a real life example. This is not even them say, this is not even the blogs. It happened to somebody I know, where you are at home chilling, you're just on your laptop chilling, and security man breaks into your house and tells you, oh, he wants to do that. This one was even scared because he knew that, okay, he's the daughter of the man. But some of them break in and just go ahead and rape these women. It's not uncommon. You go about your life. Look at Osinachi that passed away. Okay, you want to say these girls are promiscuous or these ones are this. One of the women who are virtuous, one of the women who go out and serve God, was beaten to death by another man. The reason I started YouTube was because of the incident of Uwa and Ini Umori. You go out for things, basic things that you should be able to be free to do. The things you should be able to, like, do you understand? Go about your daily life. Yet, nobody is safe. No one is safe. And when things happen, even when you take all the necessary precaution, even when you are so born again, you don't look left or right, you go straight to the point. Even when you do everything you're supposed to do, it can land in your own home. It can land in your own home. I had a case where I dealt with, where a woman was coming to complain because she needed to get away from her husband. All she wanted was for the husband to take responsibility for the kids. What was the issue? That he was philandering and she didn't want that. She was not comfortable with it and tried to deny him intercourse. And this man would force himself on her even up to when she was on her period. Her own husband. Her own husband. Her own husband. And the day she fought back, he said, okay, fine. I've already been eyeing the help in this house anyway. So if you don't want, I'm going to go to her. And that one had to run and literally jumped fence to run away from this man. This is the kind of society we live in. So the point of this video is to make us aware Okay, there I don't have a solution, because even when you do all the things right, even when you say you want to keep yourself to marriage, we talked about another video in one of my vlogs where we talked about another video where it was her own husband, a Muslim girl, fully covered, what did they call it, fully veiled, a niqab, that's what it's called. Her husband was recording her in their intimate moments and placing it on pornographic sites. Her own husband, a fully robed Muslim, a fully veiled Muslim. So the point of this video is that even when you do everything right, even when you are doing all these steps, the truth is that women are not safe. We are not safe. We are not, and we only have each other. So let's end the victim blaming. Let's end the victim blaming. We are not safe anywhere. It can be anybody. It's fathers, it's uncles, it's brothers, it's boyfriends, it's pastors, it's imams, it's father-in-laws, everywhere, strangers on the streets. It's everywhere. Even the one that you claim you love, that took a vow with you, it's everywhere. So what do you do? Where do you get redress from? We are not safe. The truth is we are not safe, and something must be done. It is high time that men call other men to order, because women talking is not enough. It's like people don't used to hear word. It's not enough. There is no justification for ritual killing. There's no justification for abuse, for murder. There's no justification for any of these things against any woman. Whether you claim that she's a gold digger or she's greedy or whatever, there's no justification. There's no justification. It should not be acceptable. It should not be swept under the rug. I was reading the other day that IVD, I did a video about that as well, that he's finally facing a criminal trial. I said somebody literally killed a woman inadvertently. He did that. And we are just giving our think pieces on blogs and saying it and saying that everybody is doing online opinion and giving this. These are crimes. These are what? Crimes. And the people and the perpetrator, the men, let's not say people, the men must be brought to order. So this is what I just have to share with you guys. We need to, it's a lot. Anytime you read the news, it's a lot. Women here and there dying, being abused, being killed, being suffocated, being oppressed in a way that, imagine you dying, you are almost dying from a CS, and you find out later on that it's your husband gave these other people money, your mother-in-law and your sister-in-law, and they went to the hospital with you, seeing your life flash before their eyes. And he gave them money to hold in case something happens to you, not money for this operation. We insist on marrying our enemies. And the worst part of this particular scenario is that the woman doesn't even realize that it's her husband that is her enemy. She said, oh, her husband is a nice man. He has not done anything to her. I said, he has not done anything to you. What do you mean he has not done anything to you? He has betrayed you. And if you check now, you find out maybe he has another girlfriend or family outside, or he's tired of you or something. I never loved you in the first place. So many things like that. So what has happened is that society has brainwashed women not to even be able, you no longer know when you are being abused. You no longer know when you are being betrayed. You no longer know what is happening to you, because it has become so normalized. And we have glorified marriage so much that we are not interested in seeing the red flags. It's no more red flags, like billboards now. When it's flashing in your eyes. You've glorified staying in toxicity because, oh, God hates divorce. Or what will people say? Oh, I want to stay for my children. Those children are miserable. Those children are sin. It's affecting those children. Those children will become broken children in the future and continue to perpetrate the cycle of evil. So before you get married, open all your alarms, everything. When your friends tell you, because women, we are fond of this, oh, this guy did this, don't worry, he will change. When you see that he's cheating on you, even within just relationship, it's not marriage, it's already cheating, and you keep forgiving cheating in dating stage, what will happen when people get married? You see the sign that he's violent to his domestic staff, he's violent to his waiters, he's violent to people that serve him, he will do it to you. A man that has nobody that he answers to, he doesn't respect his father, he doesn't respect his mother, he has no church, he has no spiritual authority, nothing. You marry such a person, you will have nobody to complain to. A man that is controlling, you think he's cute when somebody leaves you 20 missed calls. Oh girl, that is a sign that he's not going to let you go. Every friend you have has a problem. Oh, this one is jealous of you. Oh, this one likes you. This one is a lesbian. This one is a this one. Every friend, anybody that is good around you, he finds something wrong with them. That's a red flag. He's isolating you. Oh, when we get married, you will not work. You will stay at home and take care of the kids. I will provide everything for you. It is a red flag. Because he's not saying that you will not earn your income. There's a difference between working, staying at home and earning something. Okay, through business, through YouTube, through whatever you're doing, or even paying you a salary for the work you're doing. But somebody that you were working before, you had a good job before, you have a source of income, no, 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 my wife can never work. When you had a job, he met you with a job. Just take note of that. Take note of all these things. Okay, women, please, we need to be careful. I don't know what else to say, because honestly speaking, it's now a pandemic. We are in danger zone. We are in, like, this is like war to me. There's no hope. Where do you go? Where do you go? Where do you feel safe? Anyway, guys, thank you for watching this video. I don't know, I just needed to pour this out there for us to know and for us to be aware. I'm sure you've seen the stories, you've read the story. I'm sure you're aware that this is what's going on today. This is what's going on everywhere. But perhaps we can find some redress, we can get some justice somehow, or we can help ourselves somehow if we actually try to prevent in any way. But some of this, the thing is that it's not even it's not supposed to be you preventing. That's the point. You're not supposed to be the preventing. But the society that we live in makes us fully aware that no matter what you do, sometimes these things will happen. And justice might be delayed, or it might even be denied, depending on the scenario and the circumstances. So we only have ourselves. I hope this video was not too gloomy. It was not too whatever, but this is a serious emergency. It's a serious emergency. It's a serious emergency. Young girls, please, I'm begging you. It's not about flashiness. It's not about whatever. Please be careful. Please be careful. When you go out, tell everybody where you're going to. Even if you don't want to tell your parents, let everybody know at every given point where you are. No matter what. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it makes sense. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I would really love to hear your feedback, and I'll see you in my next one. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like this video, share and subscribe. Bye.